welcome people to
welcome back.
Speak Your Sauce. Obviously it's your boy Bongs, socials over here, and that's my guy.
Wait, do we need to do like the same whole intro thing again? We're in the same clothes.
Yeah, because we're two separate.
Okay, well, you know what it is. But I'm Shay. If you're watching this video and a new one, you haven't seen any of the other ones, I'm Shay. My socials here, add that up. Also follow Sauce Got Spilled. And you've got Sia over there. His social's gonna be
in the atmosphere. So yeah, man, let's get it popping. So what I want to talk about today, as most of you know, okay, damn, mid session.
okay. Now start again.
Oh wow.
Cause this is like it's really there.
Wow. So yeah.
Start again.
No, we can continue. Okay, the streets, man. We're not.
Oh yeah, this is the streets. This is the get. This is get. Speak your sauce, man. Get off your chest.
Hey, but we've got a nice little get up though.
Yeah, it's a new little setup.
Anyway, yeah, man. So obviously, as you guys know, I used to have a little drinking problem. I wouldn't say drinking problem. I just drank a lot of alcohol, and you know,
The other drinking problem.
I just drank a lot of alcohol. Okay, more than the average person. Doesn't mean I had a problem. I just drank a lot more alcohol, and I enjoyed alcohol. You know what I mean? So some things that have been on my mind is questioning, because I feel like now I'm at a stage where, well, I haven't drank for a long time, right? And because I haven't drank for a long time, I've done a lot of learning, I've done a lot of developing, and done a lot of growing. You know, we had the alcohol podcast, as you can see, little clips here. I don't know if you're gonna clip it, whatever. But you know, it would be nice. Yeah, just a little video while I'm talking.
Wait for it. Boom.
While I'm talking, yeah. Okay, now you can stop. Anyways, so I've done a lot of exploring and developing, just trying to understand the root cause of the alcohol problem, right? And I feel like now I'm at the next roadblock of my drinking problem, right?
Wanting to drink again.
Yes and no. Maybe it is wanting to drink again, and me trying to justify how I want to drink again by having this issue of, oh, maybe it's because I want to prove to myself that I cannot drink and
Do you think it's just the fact of you're not a person who likes limitations, and right now you've got limitation yourself, so it's like, why do I have this limitation? Can I not overcome the limitation? But then you get to obviously, yes, you've got that limitation, you set it there for a reason. Have you overcome that reason for why you set it? But then you're also back to the whole, is it cognitive dissonance where it's like, that whole reason was set there for you to say, you've overcome it. Now you kind of question.
But then if I'm drinking, how
have you overcome it? Yeah, it's a bit of a
you see what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think for me as well, like that some people. So when it comes to my drinking problem, like why I stopped drinking basically is I drank a lot of alcohol. It's the worst things in my life and probably the best moments in my life happened when I was drinking, right? And I got to a point where I can't deal with the volatility. Like I can't deal with that. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with waking up today thinking this is gonna be the greatest day of my life.
Nah, but the drinking days are fun. Uni days, yeah, we done a lot. How many cities did we visit while we was at uni?
6.
Done 6 cities in 1 year.
Brother, no, 6 cities in like 5 months.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, because it was literally every month up until May.
Because it was only, we started travelling in second half of first year, and yeah, we just travelled through.
Just done a lot.
Uni didn't see us. I remember we came back to lectures, we like, Roy, you like actually here at uni?
I thought you dropped out and then
we made it through.
It was crazy.
But yeah.
So, what's it called? So one thing that I want to like add into contextualize, a lot of people when I talk to them about the whole alcohol drinking situation, like, why don't you just drink less? Why don't you drink less? But it's people don't really understand what I feel when I take one sip of alcohol, right? So when I take a sip of alcohol, you know, when you are hungry and you haven't eaten for like 2 days and you're like, all you can think about is food. Or when you haven't had sex for 10 days and you're roasted, all you can think about is having sex, and that's it. That's all you want, that's all you care about, right?
So that the first thing I'd say is it's kind of like what obesity people have, like that problem, and then the second thing is what sex addicts have. So basically, you had an alcohol problem. You had an alcohol problem.
But the thing is, so then, for me to then say, I don't put limitation on myself, I can drink when I want to, right? How do I deal with, let's say, the intense craving? And a lot of exploration I've done is a lot of my drinking situations came from self-esteem. The reason why I was drinking alcohol was because of the fact that when I drank alcohol, people found me funnier, people liked me, I got more girls, got more attention, all this stuff. So then I started to attach the alcohol with confidence, right? Cool. I've got past that. I don't give a shit about that now, right? Yeah. Now it's almost like for me to have a better time, I need to drink alcohol. That's the second thing, right? Where whenever I drink, there'll be more fun, more adventure, all this stuff. I'll go over that. Now it's simply the issue of when I go out, I cannot drink. I do not like that.
Yeah, it's that limitation.
But I can't differentiate between, is it I actually don't like that, or I have reached the next level of I really want to drink.
No, I honestly think it's that limit, because socially as well, like it puts a lot of limits on you. If you want to go out on dates with girls, the easiest thing is to go to a bar, to go for drinks, all this stuff. But every time you say, oh, you don't drink, it's kind of like it just cuts off a lot. And your reason for not drinking isn't most people's reason. Like it's not about because you gave up, because it's not healthy for you or this stuff. Like it's because you had to put that limit on yourself for these reasons. But you said you've overcome these reasons, so now you're starting to get that bit of resistance. It's like now when you do come to this stuff of this little let me go on a drink state, and you go, I can't go on a drink state because I can't drink. Why can't I drink?
Why can't I drink? And it's hazy. Yeah. Like my why. So my whys before were rock solid, right?
Yeah. So now it's like
solid, and now it's like it's become hazy again. But on the other hand, so it's like
you're not gonna know until like
that's the thing. So retrospectively, I know that I should not drink, regardless of say put limits. It is better for me not to drink rather than the risk of if I drink, I could go off the rails or I could control myself. Finding that out is not worthwhile. I know that.
So don't do it.
Still knowing that, I still want to drink, and there is the problem.
So because it's that whole limits thing. It's like we're not the type of people who want to have these kind of limits on ourselves. We want to be able to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So like that right there is just going to be a constant battle until you can overcome your want to drink, until you can make it so that life is no worse without alcohol. You're always going to have that fight, because that's what people like. People who give up alcohol, because a lot of people do it, especially the adults, the older grown-ups, they stop drinking alcohol, and a lot of people they'll drink alcohol for it's a vice. It's either something to like kind of chill them out, or something to
like
impact. Yeah, for me, alcohol right now is a chill out thing.
It's
a nice, it gets me nice and relaxed. I no longer need to drink alcohol to get lit. Like that, I've overcome that. For me now, it's just I like a bit of alcohol it just feels nice. But
it's a depressant at the end of the day.
Yeah,
so that's what it does.
It would be nice to find something else, but different. Everyone's different. Some people smoke. Some people drink alcohol. Some people find like some form of alternative or whatever. Like for me, exercising doesn't do it for me. Like it doesn't. You know, people say when you exercise, it releases all these hormones, right? Yeah, it doesn't for me. Like it might for that, but it doesn't make me feel any more relaxed.
On the outside.
Yeah, I think it might be because I've just always exercised, so it's just a normal thing. But yeah, so then alcohol is my only thing for that relaxed side. But again, I can never drink alcohol again. But that's because I am in a spot where my life is no different without it. So it's like you're currently in a spot where not drinking alcohol is making your life different. Because stuff that you want to do is...
Yeah, I mean, it's making my life better at the end of the day, right? But right now I don't want better.
You just want to have fun, you want to enjoy it.
Just want vibes, right?
Yeah.
And the tough thing as well is kind of, it's a hard one as well, because obviously I'm being told by a lot of people around us to say that, we're young, we should be having fun and enjoying ourselves and just let loose, right? But then on the other hand, it's knowing that what we're trying to achieve, what I'm trying to achieve, what, us as a brand are trying to achieve is trying to go to the moon. And I know if I'm going to kind of lead that way or get us there, or you get us there, for me not to go off the rails, so there's only 3 members instead of 4, I need to not drink, right? And
that's because you've got no self-control on the matter.
Pretty much. So it's like when I think what it is that in my life, in my day-to-day life, how I articulate myself, I hold a lot of things back. In like how I articulate my week, I do a lot. My life is very much go to work, come home, do YouTube, read books. That's it. My life it's not boring, but it's very repetitive, right?
Yeah, as it is when you're on the up.
You see what I mean? But the reason for that is to stay focused, right?
Yeah.
And it's like when I was drinking alcohol, even though let's say my life is a little bit different now, where beforehand when I was drinking alcohol, I was at university, so I didn't have that much responsibilities, which is an even greater reason why not to drink now, because I have a lot more to lose. Nevertheless, when I drink alcohol, how I associate myself with alcohol is it's when I absolutely go off the fucking rails. Like there is no limit. I do not say no.
But what's wrong with having no limits once a week?
Because for me, it starts off as once a week, but then I no longer function throughout the other 6 days of the week because I want more of it.
That's something that you gotta. That's a you self-control thing, and you're not gonna be able to. If you want to drink alcohol, it's something that you have to like overcome, get used to doing. Like remember, I had my thing of I've got a rule of I will not drink alcohol Monday to Thursday because Monday to Thursday I need to be focused, switched on. Friday, Saturday I can do whatever the hell I want. Same, no drinking on Sunday because I need to.
Of course.
Back.
But for example, so it's like how I say is that you set those rules because you know yourself, and unfortunately those rules can't apply to me. How my rules apply for me is I'm all or nothing, regardless of what I do. I can't.
But that's something you're telling yourself.
It's the only way. I promise you. I've tried.
Who else is it?
I've tried. Brother, I've been alive.
Yeah, so you haven't been alive for that long.
I've been alive
23 years.
Bro, that's a lot of years. That's a lot of years.
But so it's a thing of you either need to recognize that you have no control in this matter, so you need to cut it out completely, and you need to come to terms with all this stuff and find a different way to live so that there isn't all of these blocks.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, you have to do that, or you need to go that route of the only way you can overcome the self-control like that. If you want it to be something that you don't completely cut out, is you need to manage it.
Let's go with option A.
So if you go with option A, so what's the issue with regards to you not drinking and it holding you back? Like what exactly you've been held back by?
It's just simply because when I think of fun, when I think of the good times, I think of alcohol, right? And that's what it is. When I walk down memory lane, when I think, okay, right now, let's say let's talk about this immediate moment right now. Not necessarily that I'm unhappy, but on a scale of 0 to 10.
Nothing compared to the 3 years of uni. Of course, nothing's happening.
There you go. So then when I think of okay, so I want to have some fun today. Immediately, it's not. Yeah,
so it's what you know. It's what you know in the memory. So for you, because I do notice in you like a lot. You don't see you go off of what is, not what could be.
Yeah.
So what is the fact that for the past 3-4 years or whatever, alcohol was heavily associated with all that fun, and that is the only fun that you really had. So now that there's no alcohol and you're not doing any of that stuff, it's like the only thing is fun with alcohol.
Yeah.
So now it's the thing of, because you haven't had fun yet, you haven't done anything to know that you can or cannot have fun without alcohol.
Yeah.
But you need to get in your head that those times will and can come.
But quick disclaimer, I have had fun. But so there's two.
To the same level.
I just got quick. There's two things that I associate fun with. One is alcohol, two is women, which is very weird. It like bad. I wouldn't say bad. I love women.
But if it's alcohol plus women, I'm guessing.
Alcohol plus.
Yeah, you're lit. So right now you've got the thing of there's no
women
either. There's no either.
And there's no alcohol.
Yeah.
It's just, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then when we put on top of that is now I have money, and my expectation was that when I start getting money.
But it's not, because you can. It's a choice. You can very easily go out every weekend and have a blast.
Yes.
In your cup right now. Yeah. This weekend.
I would post up.
Yeah.
You
can very easy, but it's the fact that you're still going off of what is rather than what could be. In a sense.
Yeah.
So for maybe it's either you've got to change the way you're thinking, or it is a thing of, in time things will change and you'll be able to see things differently. Like that, those are your two choices. You either need to change the way you're thinking or stick it out how you're currently thinking and trust that. Things are going to change.
Fundamentally, I'm in a little conflicting phase because I understand that, and that's the path I'm on the state of, I know that I need to do this for the next 3 to 5 years. It's the only reason why I'm keeping me sane. Like in 5 years time, if I haven't made it,
Yeah, 5 years. I don't think 5 years. Yeah,
Brother.
I think you have a good gauge of how life is going, such going to be within the next year.
Yeah. But I'm saying, not necessarily the gauge. As in, even if, let's say, year 4, I'm still nowhere.
Oh, yeah, you did a lot wrong.
Yeah,
you did a lot wrong.
In year number 5, I don't care how much potential I have, I am going into the underworld.
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah, bro, you have to deep, yeah. Remember, like my whole like life turmoil and everything. Like my life turmoil, all the madness to where I am today. From the start, it has been 5 years. No, 4/5 years from the start of my life madnesses to today. So 4/5 years. And bearing in mind how much younger I was. So from now, but you're gonna have a good idea of in the next year.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's the only thing that's keeping me sane. Is like, as much as I want to drink alcohol, as much as I want to go have sex with loads of girls, as much as I want to have fun. By the way, quick digression with women. The reason why I'm not involved with women, well, some of it is my doing, but in general, like how I used to be in first and second years, that I can get distracted very easily. As much as when I get the taste of alcohol, I go left. When I get a taste of women, I have no self-control. It's all or nothing with everything in my life. But yeah, back to the matter. It's because I know that the greater good, which is I know sacrificing this in 5 years' time, I will have this, which is where greatness lies for me. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But then,
at the same time, you need to still enjoy. Because if you go 0 to 100,
the thing is,
end up back at 0. If you go 0 to 100, you end up back at 0. It's just the way things work.
But I'm also, but what I'm doing though is, while I get to 100, I'm also making sure the foundation is there in a way where I can never get to 0. Where like, for example, in my scheduling and my weekly plans and all this stuff is little catches and slips where when I go a day off track, I catch it and I'm back. Like, it's very, but I promise you this is what I'm doing. I promise you it's working. So don't shake your head. It's working.
I get it. I just think, because again, you're dealing with what is and what could be. Because what could, like, it's just important to have
what do you mean by that? Let me ask you quickly though. What do you mean by I'm dealing with what is versus what could be? Because that's what I'm doing though. I know what could be.
Wait. What is Guys, he went like this, yeah, and I went, wait a minute, what's that in his wrist? What's that on your wrist?
It's just a watch.
No. Show the camera right now. Right now, show the camera.
Little band.
How much did that cost?
Don't.
What's it? Okay, no. Not how much did it cost. What's the brand?
Don't worry.
No. You gotta say it.
Don't worry. I'm going from a charity shop.
Did you just call the car?
Bro,
Yeah.
it was a five. Did
you just call the car? I can't remember. But I'll see it. What's that thing that's glistening makes me blind?
It's a
I
five.
think what's that thing makes me blind on the table?
Don't listen to it.
Every time it goes like this.
Don't listen to it. It's a five from charity shop.
Anyway, what I mean by what could be is that
because just to give you quick context. because the way I'm dealing with my life now, I'm doing what is because I know.
Yeah, because you know what could be. Yeah.
And because I know what could be, I got backwards, reverse program.
So have you thought about how you might be when you have everything, and you can do, and you've got your foundation set, and you can
It's in two phases. Phase number one is when I've made it number one, which is 4.1k a month, the 500k in the bank. I'm saying phase number one, 4.1k in the bank, 50k subs, the 100k subs, we'll go.
Subscribe to these people. Makes your dreams come true.
Once I do that, I'm going off the fucking rails. Sorry, I'm relapsing. I'm getting it out of my system because beforehand, how I done it is it was by chance that I stumbled across alcohol and all that stuff.
You do know that the bigger you get, the less you can kind of get away with without like affecting what you've built.
Okay.
See, I don't care about the brand, guys. Hold tight, us, man. Hold tight.
Of course, I'm come on. When you're in a certain position of not necessarily leadership, but a role model, you have to articulate your way in a certain. Like I promise you, I'm not. You know me, I'm not an idiot.
That's what I'm just saying. Because when you say 100,
I'm just gonna go off the rails. I'm just going to do what
I get that. Because me, I'm the same. But off the rails, yeah, I'll say off the rails, but I'm still gonna be smart about it. Like I'm not gonna do dumbness. But to say
like
100,
like remember what we said.
Just say 90. Just say 90. It makes you feel. It makes you feel better
for you.
Yeah.
Because remember we said like now I know that. Remember what we said, I'm going to stop us from going to prison and you're going to stop us from dying.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it was. Because of our experiences and what we've learned, right? So now I need to go off the rails for my next phase in life. Which is basically philanthropy, right? But for me to go with such a clear mind, I need to now get rid of what could be. Imagine if I drank. Because the reason why I think about the good old days, maybe it's because of the fact that I need to lock myself away to get to the next phase, if that makes sense. But once I know that alcohol is no longer the problem. Like for example, you know how people say money doesn't buy you happiness, but we want to get the money, so we know that money doesn't buy us happiness.
Wait, pause. I don't know how long we've been recording for. Check if it's still recording.
Of course.
Yeah. How long is left? I can't even see.
It's 21 minutes.
21 minutes, yeah.
Yes. So people talk about right, money can't buy you happiness, right? But we know that. We know that.
Yeah, we understand that. Value freedom is you happy.
We understand that 60k and then after that it's basically negative opportunity cost, right? But we still want to get that 1.2 mil in the bank.
Freedom. Yeah, I've said the same way. As soon as I'm debt free and I've got my investments all set up,
you see what I mean? So what? And then things. So for me, I know that alcohol is not going to bring me happiness. The happiness is not the alcohol, it's in the ventures and the fun. I don't give a shit about that. I know it, but I don't care. So I need to drink the alcohol, so I know that it's not the alcohol. But beforehand, it wasn't intentional that I was drinking the alcohol. It just so happened to be that everything was happening for the first time in my life, for the first time. So I wasn't able to say that alcohol, women, university. I thought alcohol equals women equals university. If that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I am doing everything intentionally. So level 1, once I make it, level 1 is going off the rails. I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry, I have
I'll
to
be there with you.
Okay, love for that. Cool. And then the second phase, philanthropy. Now that's when I'm gonna go back to my home country and build hotels and build the economy up and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
But it's because I need to get rid of all of this stuff first. So then I can focus. You see what I mean? So I think you gonna say something? Cool. I think
your bracelet was caught my eye again.
This guy.
But no, I hear what you're saying. I understand. See, like, I think the same way. You know how you say that, like, for me, for example, I know I changed my mind a lot, but it's as we get older, we do see things differently. It does change the way that we like think about everything. And in the present time, like how you think and the decisions that you make are what kind of leads you in the direction that you want to go. And as long as you feel like where you're at right now is leading you where you want to be later right now, then
say you're on more time.
So as long as the decisions you're making right now are leading you in the direction of where you want to be later right now. So by that I mean the goals that you want for yourself later, these are the goals that the current you want. You don't know
that
what
actually,
the goals that's 10 years from now you want.
Yeah.
So as long as you're moving in that direction and you thought about everything, you've done your A to Z and you're comfortable and at peace with that, then you can't go wrong. Just as long as along the way you're just open to learning and really embracing yourself. So with you, said that whole drink situation, you understand that you match that up with the facts of all you know. So now it's a case of you understand that. So
yeah, of course.
So moving forward with it now, it's like what can I say? Moving forward with it, you know that. So and you know what could be. So you know that right now you've just got to get through this and just start having fun.
Stick through it.
Yeah, just stick through it.
It's not the fun. So fundamentals.
Yeah.
Little summaries. What I'm aware of now is simply that my why has disappeared. Right. The reason why I stopped alcohol. I had a reason for it. That reason has since gone.
Yeah.
Right? So now it's essentially now I'm out in the real world on my own, and I'm now trying to figure out is actually not drinking alcohol the one for me.
And you've come to the conclusion that until you get to this next stage, yes, it is for the
It's
reason
simple.
that you said.
Yes.
So that's your reinforcement. So now it's just time to build some sober memories, man.
That's it, man. And stick through it, man.
Build some sober memories. Yeah, man. I'm there too, bro.
Yeah.
There too, sober memories.
Yeah.
Guys, you don't need alcohol to have fun. Please. Like, I know you
But
teached us that.
Nah, but I can't lie, you need alcohol to have a lot more fun. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You don't need. There's other stuff that you take. but hey, yeah, man. Be sober. Get lit.
And enjoy life. Man.
Enjoy life.
And stay safe as well. Man.
Yeah,
stay
most
safe.
definitely stay safe.
Don't do what we've done at uni.
No, do it.
Nah. Because some people would spontaneously combust, man. Yeah. Alright, so I guess with that, yeah, man, it's been your boy Bongs, and we do it, yeah, man. Make sure you subscribe and click the subscribe
Yeah,
button.
and like, please. When you like the video, it helps more people see the video, helps us get bigger. As we get bigger, we'll bring better content. Look, right now, we got a studio now, bro. We got a studio now, guys.
Because of your likes
Because you're
on the main channel.
on the main channel. I was about to say, this channel, spare change.
Subscribers.
No,
But we
no,
haven't been
big-
showing it out.
Yeah, no, but big thank you though. I think right now we've got 30 subs. We're gonna remember this day. Like we don't know who the 30 subs are, but I think on Instagram we've got 18 followers.
Yes, we do.
We can see who you lot are. Big thank you for those followers. Let's get more followers on the Instagram. Let's build this community. And yeah, man. Hopefully, I want to get to the stage where we can start bringing in some interesting people and then have to start picking their brains. But I can't get there until we get big enough.
Yeah, we need that social group. So yeah, you like help us, help you. That's what we're doing, man, for you guys.
Thank you.
Alright, take it.
Peace out.